First, Intel's Core i3. The budget, entry-level CPU. With 4 to 6 cores. It handles web browsing, homework, and 20 tabs easily. Any heavier, and it struggles. Great for office and light gaming. But rendering 4K video? Go make a sandwich first. It's going to take a while. On laptops, look for U. U means ultra-low power. Or if no charger needed mode. Next is Core i5. The mainstream workhorse. With 6 to 14 cores. It's a tough mid-ranger. For most people, i5 is the sweet spot. It handles heavy gaming and editing without breaking the bank. On desktops, look for the K. It means it's unlocked, so you can overclock it to run even faster, but at higher risk. Next, the Core i7. At this level, performance leaps massively. It's for users who say, I don't just game, I game. Stream to 3 platforms. Record my screen, and run a virtual space background. i7 packs up to 20 cores. It crushes heavy multitasking. Like an absolute pro. On laptops, look for the HX suffix. For gaming laptops, this is max performance mode. It's extremely powerful but drains battery fast like a leaking bucket. Then, Core i9, the flagship beast. With up to 24 cores. For 95% of this performance is pure overkill. It's for 3D animators, data scientists, and gamers whose frames drop below 300. And they lose it. But most i9 buyers only use 10% power to watch videos. But then again, seeing 24 threads in Task Manager is still quite therapeutic. Now, things get a bit confusing, because Intel is dropping the i name. Enter Core Ultra. The new premium line. Found in high-end laptops and new desktops. Like Ultra 200S. These chips feature an NPU for AI. Think of it as a dedicated AI core. It handles Zoom Blur and Photoshop AI. All on its own, so the main CPU can focus on vital tasks. For business, Intel has vPro. It's not a new tier, but more like an enterprise Core i5, i7, or i9. It adds extra security and control like hardware encryption and remote management, so your company's IT team can fix your PC remotely. Sounds great, until you realize they might see your solitaire playtime. For small devices, Intel has Atom, a low-power chip, common in POS systems. For these devices, it's the standard and top choice, designed to run 3 years straight without a fan or any downtime. It's like the marathon runner here, not fast, but never stops. Finally, the mid-level boss, Intel Xeon, known as Xeon. It's no ordinary CPU. It's for servers and workstation monsters, offering up to 60 cores, or even 120, built for data centers and studios like Disney to render movies, not for gaming PCs, but for machines powering the internet. It's insanely pricey, but handles tasks that make a Core i9 struggle and cry. So, i3 is for basics, i5 for the masses, i7 and i9 for pros. But to simulate the whole universe, look to Xeon. To experience latest AI tech, look for Ultra. Thanks for watching. Follow me for more tech knowledge.